Thanks for making the time.
Glad to be with you, of course.
As we speak, the President of the United States is on his way to Alaska to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin. The subject of their meeting is going to be an end to the war between Russia and Ukraine. In March on the Senate floor, you had said, quote, the United States ought to be very cautious in any dealings with an international war criminal, meaning President Putin. What do you hope happens at this meeting between the two presidents?
Well, I would hope that there would be an immediate ceasefire, there'd be an agreement, and Russia would give up their territory except Crimea. That's used to be part of Ukraine. I think since it was kind of lent to Russia anyway, I think that could be given up, and Ukraine wouldn't be given up too much. But I think the rest of Ukraine, he should get out of there.
Will you settle for anything short of that, the end of the war and the relinquishing of the territory?
Then, in that case, Trump's going to have to walk away. He's going to have to institute the most harsh sanctions he can, not just against Russia, but against any country that does business with Russia. Russia's economy is not good, and I think that would send a real clear signal to Putin that his days in fighting in Ukraine are over.
While that would definitely make a point to President Putin and the citizens of Russia, what blowback could be seen elsewhere around the world, maybe specifically the United States, if those sanctions are put in place?
Well, there would be blowback already from India because there's a 50% tariff on things coming from India because they're buying all the oil from Russia that's financing the war against Ukraine. So you got to stop that sort of stuff if you're going to hurt the economy that Putin has and hopefully bring a revolt within Russia against Putin.
You brought up the subject of tariffs, and I want to talk about Monday's 11th hour pause in the hike in tariffs between on U.S. goods and on Chinese goods. They put that off for another 90 days. You've described yourself as a fair trader. You also say you have opposed higher tariffs. So after this 90-day pause expires, do you think the tariff hikes will go into effect, and what do you think the result might be?
If you'd asked me that question 6 months ago, I'd say this is an awful thing for Trump to be doing. But now that 110 countries have notified that they want to negotiate with us, 20 countries are seriously negotiating with us. We got agreements with the United Kingdom, European Union, 27 countries, Australia, South Korea, Japan, Vietnam. I think I'd have to say he's making considerable progress. Now, maybe 2 months from now, I might give you a different answer, but right now it looks like he has the right formula to bring more manufacturing to this country and to get tariffs down generally and to get fair treatment for American products going into all these other countries. For instance, beef into Australia, never been able to do that. Beef into England, we never been able to do that. And who would ever think that Japan would accept importation of rice, as an example?
U.S. Senator Charles Grassley of Iowa. Senator, thank you for the time. We appreciate it.
Glad to be with you. Thank you very much.